All right, so influence number two is going to be music. And music is my first love. I just love music, the sound of music. Oh, it makes me feel so good. I'm a songwriter and producer, so therefore I'm like I said, I'm all about the music. With that being said, this is really probably going to go against the grains when it comes to what the world thinks because we have to be very, very careful of what we allow ourselves to listen to and what we are feeding ourselves lyrically and music wise. The reason why I talked about the influence or put it in this series of influence is because if you think about the power of music has a way of making us get up and dance, and it can make us happy, it can make us sad, it can make us angry, it can make us want to cry. It has so many emotions stirred up in it that we can relate to. And either we can feed a positive side, or we can also be feeding a negative side when it comes to music. And a lot, like I said, a lot of people don't want to admit that music actually has an effect. But like I said, think about how powerful it is. If you can get up and start dancing out of nowhere because you just hear a song, like that music made you get up out your seat. Like it's very, very influential and powerful. It unites us as a world even. Music is definitely a thing that brings people together. Food and music will always bring people together. um, so with that being said, on the negative side, there are some emotions that can get stirred up inside of us with a negative song. And there are times where people it's like, you know what, it's just the beat. Like I just really like the beat. And even if it's only this much of negative lyrics, lyrical content is plays a huge part in the influence of music and can drive people. But like I said, even if it's just this much, it influences you some kind of way because it makes your flesh react, so on, like I said, the negative side, you can hear a song that might take you back and want to make you fight again, or want to make you just be gangster or whatever. Like I'm a hip hop fan, but not all of it is good for us. Like even some of the stuff that I used to listen to is just no longer good for me because I noticed the influence that it's actually had on me. And so it's like, you know what? I don't really want to listen to that song anymore because I tend to get angry once after I finish listening to that song. So there's so many different things, and then there's some positive influence as well. There's some inspiration and uplifting music that can comfort us and make us feel better, and just take us to the next place or to a higher place. So there's definitely some good in it as well. But what we listen to is very, very important because we are taking it in and feeding our souls off of that music. So, regardless of if we want to admit it or not and say we're affected by it or not, one way or another, we're affected by it. It's going to affect us. And, I'm not saying that all music is bad. I'm not saying that you need to throw away all your hip hop music or anything like that. But what I am saying is that it will have an effect on us one way or another. And you just have to weigh it out of what is going to be good for you and what's not going to be good for you when it comes to the music. So, like I said, this is a hard category because everybody has a different opinion of what is considered good music and what's not considered good music. But like I said, there's some really, really crazy music out there nowadays that is influencing the next generation into a dark place. I'll just say that. That's taking them to a dark place, and even gratifying them to think that they can do whatever they want. And that's just it's it's not true, you know? So we have to really, really be careful of the influence of music, the feelings that it's stirring up, how it is impacting our lives, so that we can actually take control and figure out, okay, you know, is this going to be a positive influence for my life or a negative influence? So that's number two.